13th Assam Rifle Jawan Bra Angami Students Union laga President ge physically assault kura laga arup te Aji August 19 Kohima de Union Bra sob Angami inhabited areas de August 10 Bra shuru kurigina indefinite ban announce kurishe. Union Bra press statement olagina janaishi ki President D Block Kohima de thaka Assam Rifles camp pass kura samai 12:30 PM nishna de 13th Assam Rifle Jawan Bra Eku reason nathagigina President ge physically assault kurishe aro rifle laga butt bra maribole koshish kurishe. Statement the Union Bra Paramilitary forces aro Assam Rifles kan ge Angami inhabited areas te apply nokurubole warrant kurishe aro Angami laga jurisdiction pidore thaga camps kan de nijor laga designated camps bra bahar naola bole janaishe. Apni khan ge janai diya ase ki ASU bra immediate shutter down aro indefinite ban announce kurado business establishment vehicular aro public khan ge effect nukuribo kintu indefinite ban to khali Assam Rifle laga movement restrict kuribole karne ase IB details saisabo
On the 9th August around 12:30 PM, by the road passing through the Assam Rifles camp at B Block Kohima, without any reason, the 13 Assam Rifles Jawans who not only physically assaulted the House President, but also intended to hit him with the rifle butt, thereby harassing the House President. The Angami Students Union hereby calls for an immediate shutdown in all Angami inhabited areas and indefinite ban with immediate effect in 10 August. All paramilitary forces in general and the Assam Rifles in particular are hereby directed and warned to abstain from flying through the Angami inhabited areas with immediate effect, and those camps within our jurisdiction must immediately refrain from coming out from the designated camps until further notice. We appeal the public to cooperate with the Angami Students Union. I repeat, the Angami Students Union hereby calls for an immediate shutdown in all Angami inhabited areas and indefinite ban with effect on the 10th August. All paramilitary forces in general and the Assam Rifles in particular are hereby directed and warned to abstain from flying through the Angami inhabited areas and immediate effect, and those camps within our jurisdiction, including this camp, must immediately refrain from coming out from the designated camps until further notice.
Can US President please say something?
No.
Bring it. If you want to discuss, bring it. If you want to discuss, bring him up.
This press conference is being called by the Angami Students Union. We are deeply pained and anguished by the barbaric act and inhuman act of the Jawans from the Aigar North and D Block Kohima. Today in the afternoon around 12:30 PM, our president, he was on official duty, and while he was passing through the gate of this camp, there was an important call to which he had to attend, and thereby he had to stop for a minute or two around the camp of the Assam Rifles. When he have stopped to attend to that call, the security guard from the Assam Rifles came forward to him, asking him to move away from the park area which he have kept his car. And the president requested that he had to attend an important call, and as such he had stopped in that particular area. And when the call was completed, the Jawan came forward and threatened him that he will puncture his car tires. And to that, our president, in response, have replied to him that he have parked his vehicle just for some time and not for long. In between their conversation, the Jawan, out of nowhere, had hit our president and dragged him out of the car and have physically assaulted the president of the Angami Students Union. Angami Students Union is questioning the Aigar North, its Jawans, as to whether they are really the friends of the hill people or the enemies of the hill people. We, the Angami Students Union, will never tolerate such inhuman act in our land. And this is also as a result of the existing Armed Forces Special Powers Act in our homeland. We therefore, taking this opportunity, appeal to the government of India to immediately repeal the AFSPA from the Naga homeland. Pursuing on this matter, the Angami Students Union would like to clarify on the lightning shutdown which was called today. After learning about the news, the union officials rushed down to the army camp, whereby our president was seen being physically assaulted. But the Jawans and the Assam Rifles, Jawans who were there, came out and they disowned hitting our president and assaulting him. Wherein we have clearly seen through our president that his shirts were torn and his face was punched. Still then, the Jawans have refused of the act, and as such, there were retaliation among the Angami students officials and the Jawans present in the camp. And when we were confronting with the Jawans who were with their rifles, we felt that if any situation goes out of hand, then the general public may be at danger. And as such, in order to ensure the safety of the citizens, we had to call for this lightning shutdown. Or else, it is never the intention of the Angami Students Union to scapegoat the business community or the general public, where the issue is with the Assam Rifles and not the general public. And therefore, we express our heartfelt regret that because of this issue, today we had to call for this lightning shutdown in the town areas. But as I have mentioned, the incident that occurred during the moment was as such that it could have gone to any extent, and therefore, keeping in mind the safety of the public citizens, we had to explore ways and means where we mitigate public crowding, and in that intention, we have called for this shutdown, and we regret for the inconveniences caused. But here again, the Angami Students Union, while reiterating our anguish and sadness over this issue, we have called for an indefinite ban starting from tomorrow. After which, we have also had a series of meetings with the Angami forums, including the seniors from our fraternity, the rangers, and the various units under the Angami Students Union. After much deliberation and discussion, we have a threadbare discussion. We had a series of talks considering the various challenges and inconveniences being faced by the public. We are here to clarify that the indefinite ban is not against or imposed on the business community, the general public, or the educational institutions. The indefinite ban confines particularly to the movement of the Assam Rifles in particular. While we were interacting with the senior officers from the camp, the senior officers have already owned the responsibility of manhandling the president of the Angami Students Union. And at the same time, after discussing with our units, our seniors, and the fraternity of the Angami students, it has been the appeal of all these members that we give a grace period to the so-called Jawans from the Aigar North. And as such, we are giving a grace period of 48 hours with effect from tonight. That within these 48 hours, the Assam Rifles in particular and the Aigar North in general should identify the Jawan concerned and punish him as per the rules of the army and as per the rule of the land, and which report should also be made known to the general public. We also demand that within these 48 hours, the Jawan and the Aigar North should tender unconditional apology in public domain And if within these 48 hours they are unable to fulfill or meet the demands of the Angami Students Union, as we have published today, the indefinite ban on the movement of the Assam Rifles shall be restricted. Until such time the issue is resolved, we are warning the Assam Rifles to restrain themselves from moving freely around the Angami inhabited areas. This is issued in the interest of all parties, because while we are sad and anguished, yet as an intellectual body, we do not intend to aggravate the situation or invite any untoward incidents. And therefore, we hope that the concerned parties will take this grace period very seriously. After he was physically assaulted, for some time he was also present in the venue, and we have heard from him about the incident, and there were some interaction between the two parties, after which he was taken to the hospital for medical attention, and after which the Angami Students Union had been having a series of meetings, and we are yet to get an update on the medical attention being given to our president.
Emporium Nagaland is India's premier aviation, hospitality and cruise line training and international job placement consultancy. Trained and blessed over 20,000 youths from Nagaland in prestigious international brands. The only institute in Nagaland that hosts top airlines, cruise and 5-star hotel campus interviews. The first institute to conduct international cruise campus interview in Northeast. We are open to students of class 10 and above. Emporium provides 100% placement assistance, empowering educated unemployed youths with global opportunities.